Hello, my name is Lance Cronin, and this is my passion speech. Everyone has significant events in their lives, whether that be promotions, graduating from college, or even getting married. There's one event that'll flip your life upside down and change everything you know about life, and that event is having a baby. A little over a year ago, my wife and I had our first baby, and that totally flipped my idea of what life was, and eventually led to become my greatest passion, which was doing everything I could to take care of my wife and my daughter. Specifically, doing everything I could to take care of my daughter and provide for her. As someone who had experienced multiple promotions, graduating from college, and getting married, nothing hit me as emotionally hard as seeing my baby being born and hearing her cry for the first time. Overall, there were two things that led to my daughter becoming my greatest passion. The first was a lesson I learned from a mentor a long time ago, early in my career. And the second was seeing my daughter born for the first time. So, as far as the life lesson goes, the main gist of it was that life was not going to be about me anymore. My mentor told me that eventually there would be a turning point in my life where my career stops being about me and money, and that I wouldn't be spending money at bars anymore, I wouldn't be buying things for myself, and overall my money would be funneled into something else. And that would be taking care of my daughter, putting food on the table for my family, and ultimately helping provide my daughter's education. Whether that be sending her to a private school in an area where maybe the public schools aren't that great, or one day if she eventually went to a superior college like Harvard and being able to afford the significant tuition for her there. So the second thing is the turning point, and that's how having a baby changes your whole life. My wife had our daughter 3 weeks early. She was too small and eventually had growth restrictions on my baby, so the doctors had to induce my wife in order to have my baby avoid being a stillborn, which could ultimately result in my baby's death. So she came out at 5 pounds, 2 ounces, and eventually throughout the first couple of days she dropped down to 4 pounds, 11 ounces, which is tiny, fragile for a little baby girl. So it really didn't hit us though until we got home the first night, and that was when my daughter started choking and gasping on air, which in hindsight after a year of parenting wasn't really a big deal, but to us then it hit us harder than anything. I remember my wife and I both sitting in my daughter's nursery crying on the floor about how much responsibility it was to take care of a baby, and that's when these life lessons from my mentor hit me. In conclusion, there were two things that made my daughter my greatest passion. The first was that lesson, that life would no longer be about me and how everything I would do would be focused around my child. And the second was a birth, and even though it was hard, it led us to a family we are today and built our strength. So having a child will eventually have an impact and change you. And that's what basically is going to help you. If you don't have a passion yet, that will become your passion, like it has become mine. Thank you.